Yam devan jige, yap mandem qui suis-je. Mwen pa jem frappe ou ni jure ou, telman m'adore ou.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is TJ Thomas Johnson, but you can just call me TJ. And I'm very, very late. You know, the videos are not coming out and stuff. I know. I gotta edit everything by myself, bro. Like, there's nobody helping me. So I'm doing this just because of the love of the game. So it is what it is. But so we are here to react to two things today. And I don't know if I'm gonna put those videos together because I don't think it makes sense, because people are gonna be searching and they're gonna look for something out of the other. But anyways, we're gonna be reacting to Tekken 8 Season 3. Now here's the thing about Tekken 8, bro. The Tekken 8 Season 2, if I'm not mistaken, is the season that kind of fucked up with the Tekken right now. Like I heard that things were not fair. You know, people are doing more damage than, you know, other characters and stuff. Now here's the thing, I don't know. You know, I love fighting games, but I don't know. I still not very professional when it comes to, you know, frames and stuff. How long the characters can kick and shit like that. I mean, only the characters that I'm playing that I kind of have a sense of what that means, but I don't exactly am professional at that. But the only thing I know is that Season 2 kind of fucked up things for the fighting game community, and you know, Tekken 8 Season 2 is very hated. But Season 3 though, this is a new season, you know, new characters and moving on and stuff, making things better. And of course, with that announcement, we got we had the Harada exit from the Tekken community. Now he's not gonna be able to, you know, kind of mess with the game and develop it and stuff. There's gonna be another guy that's gonna take his place, and that is very sad, man, because, you know, Tekken, Harada was one of those guys that been working at Tekken for like what, 30 years. Like, motherfucker has history, man, and I completely respect him for that. And of course, it's really sad because this just goes to show that as the time passes, we're gonna be losing more and more people that was in this industry from the beginning and know everything to do, know everything about the, you know, about how things work and stuff. And you know, as time passes, we're gonna be losing these people more and more and more, until we get to the point where everybody from those companies, from those classic companies that we always loved, you know, always love and hate from time to time, it's gonna be disappearing, and new people are gonna come in, and whatever they make the studio better or worse is gonna depend on the future, and you know, it is what it is. But anyways, without the sad thoughts, let's just throw the sad thoughts to the window and just react to this. Because hey, this is supposed to be happy, you know, this is supposed to be a happy channel about gaming and stuff, because whatever is happening outside of this dome that is the gaming industry is way worse, trust me. Anyway, let's start by 3, 2, 1. I love this intro. Hey, Unreal Engine. Damn. Oh yeah. Does Armor King is very OP on this game, because I think he always was, you know, grapple character that grabs a lot and stuff, wrestling moves. He might be OP, but he's pretty cool. I love wrestling characters. Back to basics. Okay, now what does that mean? Man, I wish I could go one of those. Like evil. Man, when this game comes out, bro, I was hyped as hell, bro. I still wanna play this game. Oh, here we go. Spring. Oh, I thought it was a arena. Damn, imagine an arena with Monte Fuji on the background. That would be crazy. Wait, it is? Oh shit. Kanemitsu. Okay. Damn, that's a crazy cosplay. The guy with the jean cosplay. Alright, we have Konemitsu as the first character. She looks dope. And she comes with the stage of Japan and stuff. Alright, now let's see. I just know that the fourth one is a crossover. I'm just wondering who it is. Of course, you gotta show that hamburger for the United States. Bob! Damn, he looks pretty cool. Oh, Australia. I'm planning to go to Australia one day. A fucking kangaroo. With a kid. With a kid? Okay, that's crazy. No, okay.
Season 3. New characters.
Okay, there's actually very interesting. Of course, this is not as hype as a, how can I say, as a Clive Hadfield, you know. But man, I'm really interested on this. How does he gonna fight with the kid? That's what I'm wondering. You know, Bobby and the other one, damn. Okay, that was really interesting. Of course, not as hype as Clive from Final Fantasy, but because here's the thing. Kanemitsu and Bobby, if I'm not mistaken, they already were in Tekken. Like Bobby, mainly he was in Tekken 7. And you kinda can have an idea in how he's gonna play. Of course, he's gonna have new moves and stuff. But you can kinda have an idea in how he's gonna play. Now Kanemitsu, I think I already heard her name. And she was like in, I think Tekken 4 or something. I can't remember, but I think she's already was in Tekken before. And because of this, we kind of get an idea of how they're gonna play. Of course, they're gonna come with new moves and shit, but you kind of have an idea how it's gonna work. But that other guy over there, Roger, right? Let me see it right here. Yeah, Roger Jr. I'm really curious how he's gonna play because he's basically a fucking kangaroo with gloves, kind of like there was a movie that there was this character called Jack. He was Jack something, but he kind of reminds me that he's an old character. It was like 2000 and stuff, and he kind of reminds me of that guy because he was also a kangaroo. But now he has a son, and the son has gloves, fighting gloves and stuff. So I'm curious how it's gonna work. Like, is he gonna throw his son? There's gonna be a move that he's gonna throw his son, and he's just gonna point the fuck out of you? I'm really curious about that. But yeah, man, this is really fun. This is actually really fun. It's always great to react to these characters and stuff. And now, of course, we probably got the last characters to be revealed, which is gonna be revealed after all those 3 come out. But here's the thing: which character is gonna be? Because hear me out. This is gonna be a crossover, of course, but which character? Now I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna give you an idea. I'm gonna give the Tekken bros like an idea. Put Neo in the game, bro. Neo from the Matrix. I always wonder how he was gonna fight. I know he's just a guy with overcoat, a cool overcoat, with some cool glasses and stuff, and he's basically Keanu Reeves. But man, and Keanu Reeves already said like he won't like to be on Mortal Kombat because of people doing fatalities and stuff. But he can for sure be in Tekken 8. And I always wonder how cool somebody can make Neo from the Matrix look in a fighting game. And I think Tekken 8 is one of those fighting games that, man, you can make the character looks cool as fuck. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is TJK Thomas Johnson, and I'm gonna be doing my other video, which is gonna be the Crimson Desert that just released like right now in a few hours, and I'm gonna be reacting to that. And ladies and gentlemen, this is TJK aka Thomas Johnson. You can just call me TJ, and until the next video. Peace.